Hey everyone, I'm Akabane101, and today we're going to be doing an interview with someone that's awesome, which is Direwolf20. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So excited to have you at this interview right now.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
And this is actually happening right after, or a few hours after you released your final episode of your final season of season 3. Or, sorry, the final episode of season 3.
Yep, you got it.
Yep. And I have to ask you, what is a direwolf?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Neither do
Um,
I.
the original name of Direwolf came from I must have been like 15. So like imagine I'm 31 now, right? So possibly some of the people listening to this are younger than the difference in those ages. Uh, there was a game called Mech Warrior 2, and the
Ah,
Direwolf mech was the strongest and biggest and toughest mech in the game. So me being like 15 was like, oh, it's the coolest mech there is. That'll be my name.
that is awesome. I love that
Yeah.
there's a mech game that Direwolf gets to stick itself to. That's
Yep. There's also in Dungeons and Dragons, there's dire wolves and other stuff. But the original name that I got it from was Mech Warrior.
Now, are you a specific fan of just wolves, or do you just came up with that name purely out of just the mech, or do you like wolves themselves?
No, just out of nowhere. Like I think I don't even remember. It was way back then. It was like I think I was on like an old bulletin board system. Anybody old enough to remember bulletin board systems might might get a chuckle from that.
It's a
And
while back.
like it got to the point where it's like, all right, what do you want your nickname to be? And I'm like, I have no idea what I want my nickname to be. So I sat there for like 10 minutes and was like, all right, I'm playing this game Mech Warrior. Direwolf mech sounds cool, so I made it Direwolf. And then so my nick was Direwolf on like a couple of bulletin board systems for a while. And then a while I maybe like around 19 or I guess 20 years old I was. The game EverQuest came out, and I had to create an account for EverQuest, and I tried to create an account called Direwolf, and it wouldn't let me. Somebody had already used the name Direwolf, so I was 20 years old, so I made it Direwolf20.
Wow. So that's really cool. So a full story that just kind of wraps it up in that nice little box there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all there was to it. Nothing terribly thought out about it before starting a YouTube career or anything.
Hey man, when I came up with my name, it just randomly came out of a box. I asked my brother, it was like, "Hey, what's a cool name?" And he's like, "Well, this book has Akabane," and I was like, "I'll put a 101 on the end. It'll be great."
Cool. Yeah.
So
I think
that
that's how a lot of the great nicks come out, you don't put too much thought into it. You just like, make it whatever and people roll with it.
yeah, and then like after a time, it kind of sticks with you, and you're like, "I'm this person," and it feels good, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
and I can see a lot of people, following that route, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
So, wrapping up season 3, we see a brand new mod, and you told me about this at least 5 episodes before it came out, but you even kept it a secret to me as well, so I had no inside scoop. And it turned out to be a mod by Eloram,
Yep.
which was kind of shocking. And would you like to inform us about what that mod's all about?
I just released a video about it right before starting this call. So, like literally like 10 seconds before we started this call. So you might not have seen it yet already, but it's called Eloram's Blue Goo Mod. I think, if I remember correctly, back in the day of early Minecraft modding, one of the earliest mods was called the Goo Mod, and basically it was just a block that self-replicated. And according to Eloram, it's a very simple thing to code. You just basically have to tell it like, on random intervals, just take the block that's sitting next to you and make it the same as you. And like that's it. So it's just a self-replicating block, and it'll basically eat anything. And she had talked about in her channel every now and then, like the Blue Goo mod and how funny it is to see it like basically eat and destroy a world. And after the end of season 2, I said, you know what, I got to do something to destroy my world again for the end of season 3. So I asked her if she could just package it up for me real quick, and she's like, "Yeah, that would probably take me about 5 or 10 minutes."
I gotta admit, that was probably the most terrifying thing. A lot of people thought it was a camera cut, right? Yeah, right when it replaced your egg, and then
Yep.
went down a little bit, and then split to 4. People thought that was a camera cut, and I was like, that doesn't exactly look like a pure camera cut. I think it was actually, um, multiplying, and it literally scared me to have something like this in your world that could potentially just ruin everything.
Oh
So,
yeah. When
um,
when I first did the camera cuts at the end of episode 69, I noticed they looked a little bit off, but I said, you know what? Maybe it'll be funny to leave the camera cuts looking a little bit bad, and then people will think it's all camera cuts. So that was semi on purpose. Like, I don't think I thought about it ahead of time, but once I saw it, I'm like, oh, this will be funny. People will think it's camera cuts, and then when they see 70, they'll realize it wasn't.
I gotta admit that was a really good call on your part. And a lot of the thing, if you haven't seen Direwolf's Let's Plays, then I don't know why you guys are watching this, because that's just crazy. You should go watch those, of course. He's actually just, you know, playing the game as you normally would, but with awesome mods. And the funny thing is that I'm in your IRC chat, and I hear about like what you're going through when you're trying to like act through the script. So what was going through your mind when you had to act a little bit more near the end of your season?
I don't know. I was constantly remembering the end of season 2 when everybody told me not to quit my day job. Acting is not something I don't think I would do normally, but I mean, it wasn't really acting. You know, I was just kind of goofing off and having fun. You know, I still really enjoy playing Minecraft, and you know, I was just having a good time with it. So that's all really. Nothing was really going through my mind. I was just like, and to be honest with you, I hadn't really scripted too much of it. I really just kind of, I knew what the goo would do in my world, and I wanted to kind of like not even go through it once. I just kind of reacted as the game went through. So if you watched episode 70, there weren't a lot of, there weren't any retakes. It was all like, you know, one time through, and let's just go with it.
I can see it being a little bit difficult trying to teach an Enderman to, okay, look at me at this point, and then plant down this block.
Exactly.
A little bit too difficult, I'd say.
Yeah, yep.
So during season 3, you've used a ton of mods, and let me just skim over a few of them here. We are seeing Buildcraft 3.1, of course, which is one of the new mods that you love to play with.
Yep.
Equivalent Exchange, which you had a ton of fun with, of course. Forestry, Industrial Craft, Logistics Pipes, Red Power 2, Wireless Redstone, and so on and so on. What was your favorite mod of all time, just out of the blank, off the top of your head? What was your favorite mod that you used in this season?
Oh man, and you're gonna ask me that with all the mod authors probably about to come watch this video, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
They asked me that on the stream that Kraft and Pahimar were doing the other day. They asked me, a lot of people wanted to know what my favorite mod was, and it's really a tough question for me. It changes on a regular basis, like almost with anything, you know. Probably when I first started, you know, early on, I would have said to you Industrial Craft was one of my favorites, and it still is definitely one of my favorites. But then, you know, I'm really getting into Red Power 2 recently. There's some really cool stuff there and some really great things being added in the future. Logistics Pipes was definitely, like, as soon as I saw that at first, I saw an early alpha video that Kraft had done and just put online. Like, he didn't even talk in it. He just had, like, you know, some words at the bottom. Go look at Kraft's YouTube channel, and you'll see some really early cuts of Logistics Pipes. And as soon as I saw the video, I sent him a message. I'm like, dude, I have to spotlight this for you. Portal Gun too. Once I saw that iChun, I'm sorry, to get his portals see-through, I was superbly impressed. And I think for about the first 10 or 20 episodes of season 3, I couldn't help but laugh a little bit every time I saw a see-through portal. I just thought it was the coolest thing. So it changes regularly. I think I wouldn't use a mod if I didn't enjoy it. So it's hard for me to say what my favorite is. I really like them all.
That's always a good option to go for. If we can't pick one, might as well just choose them all, right?
Exactly, and that's why I like you know, the Forge. You could say Forge is my favorite mod because it allows all these mods to interact and work together as well as they do.
Which is awesome. I love how a lot of the mod authors are, you know, kind of working a little bit together. You know, they're still apart in their own way, but they're kind of starting to work more together to make sure their mods can work with other ones. And you've seen that with Industrial Craft and Buildcraft, you know, working together in some conjunctions and just advancing over time with having other people help them out. And I think Elram's starting to, you know, really make sure that she can help out as many people as she can while still keeping Red Power to herself, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I'm privy to in the Red Power channel that I can't, you know, repeat obviously, but she is an awesome person. She really is, and she does want the mod to become more open in the future, I believe. But for now, she's playing a little close to the vest because she wants to have you guys be surprised about some of the cool things coming up in the future. But yeah, I think the modding community in Minecraft is great. Every one of the mod authors I've talked to has been really awesome, really friendly, accommodating. They're always very responsive. So they're just a great group of people.
Which is totally awesome. I love having, you know, a huge community that supports you specifically for what you do. But let's go off topic just a little bit.
Sure.
And so you said, you know Portal. I'm pretty sure. Have you played Portal, the game?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is there other games that you like to play as opposed to Portal and Minecraft and all that?
Oh man, good question. I did play World of Warcraft for a while. I'm sorry to say.
Nice.
Yep, tried out Star Wars: The Old Republic for a bit, and I probably would have enjoyed it more if I wasn't right in the middle of the whole Minecraft. I think it was probably early season 3 or towards the end of season 2 when I tried it. Played it for a little bit, but I was having so much fun with the videos in Minecraft that I really couldn't dedicate enough time to it. Of course. Recently played, I guess, Final Fantasy 13 2 and Final Fantasy 13 on PlayStation. Team Fortress 2, play that every now and then. But right now, Minecraft is probably pretty much the only game I play.
Nice. So it's good to know that, not only do you just play Minecraft, but you like to, spread your boundaries and see what else you can do, right?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to dedicate the time because, doing the Minecraft thing and the videos, it does take a lot of time.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. On my channel, I actually I've lost track of what Let's Plays I've been doing, having to do different Let's Plays like Mass Effect and Halo and everything like that. And it's really easy to lose track on what you're supposed to be doing next. So I think it's really smart for you to stick with Minecraft right now until things start to maybe smooth out more. But yeah. Do you plan on doing any other Let's Plays other than Minecraft, or are you just going to stick with that?
At the moment, I don't have any plans to. I'm not, going to say I never will. It's definitely possible that I might, but I don't know. For some reason, and I'll be honest with you, I don't understand it. People seem to like watching me play Minecraft, and I don't know if I'd be as entertaining playing another game. I'd really have no idea.
Always a situation where you can just, throw your hat into the ring and see what happens later on.
Yeah, yep, definitely. For now, I'm really enjoying Minecraft, and I don't know, the way the different mods are coming out and, the changes to the mods, it is like a different game. Go watch one of my earlier seasons of my Let's Play series and look at how Industrial Craft and Buildcraft operated back in the 1.73 world, and then look at it now. And Red Power, pretty much every mod I used back then, I'm still using now. Some change, some additions, some removals. But for the most part, they've all just evolved over time, and it's almost like a different Industrial Craft and a different Buildcraft and a different Red Power.
Now, I have a question from one of your fans on the IRC chat, and it's from Fallout301, and he asks, how did you get started in just playing Minecraft?
I think, I don't know, I've always been into games, so some gaming forum somewhere, somebody, wrote this thing about Minecraft and how different it is, and I'm like, that seems interesting. So, I did like any other gamer would do, go on YouTube and look at some videos of somebody playing it. And it looked really neat. So I'm like, all right, what the heck, $15. It was an alpha stage back then and, guaranteed updates for life for free. And I'm like, all right, why not? Let's give it a shot. So I started playing and I played all vanilla for a while and had a good time.
And that's just how a lot of people love to start off their games. Start vanilla and make their way out to getting into mods, which leads to the next question. How did you learn about all these different mods? Where did you go to really start learning about them?
I don't even remember what I first discovered it, but I know Industrial Craft was definitely one of my first mods ever. It was way back in the Industrial Craft 1 days, when it was really early in the Industrial Craft life. And I don't know. I just somewhere I was looking at Minecraft videos and I saw this guy playing with all these different things. I'm like, I don't remember any of this stuff. I got to check this thing out. And so I downloaded this Industrial Craft. I remember posting on the forums there saying it wasn't working and I didn't know why. And it turns out that I had put Industrial Craft both in my jar and in my mods folder. So they're like, hey, you installed it twice. There's your problem. And from there, it just once I got it working and playing with it, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. And there's a whole bunch of other mods like this. I got to try out some more. So it just kind of evolved.
Man, that was probably like me my first time trying to understand these mods. And I think it was because of you, why I started using any mods at all. And
cool.
And it was basically just watching you do your random like tutorial vids. I think the first one was Buildcraft. I was like, ooh, Buildcraft, right? And he's like, oh, do you build things? And then I saw these pipes, and he was like, what's he gonna do with that pipe? There's a chest. There's another chest. Oh my god, he's gonna transport these items through the chest. That's the coolest thing ever, right? So,
oh yeah,
that was just like what got me thinking like these mods, these mod authors, they know what they're doing. They're like the extra link that Mojang has to get themselves going and getting that all that extra content on their software.
Yeah, the mods really are impressive. That's what really got me doing a video in the first place. Was I had done like one or two minor little videos of some redstone circuits I had done, simple, basic stuff, like jokey, simple, right? And then I just decided once I was playing with these mods, I'm like, how come I never heard about these? Like, how long have these things been around and I've never heard about them? So I said, something needs to be done here where people can, make it more easy for people to find these things. So I said, let's put a video up there showing what I'm doing with mods, and maybe, other people will see it, find it interesting, and want to go get them as well. And that's really just kind of where I started out.
And now your channel is basically like the central hub for, oh my god, if this is a new mod, I definitely gotta go check out Direwolf's channel and see if he's done a spotlight on it.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That was something I was kind of hoping to have happen, and I think I got a little bit lucky, and it did. Once I think one of the first big mods that I really did some serious videos about was Equivalent Exchange. I had installed that one, and was playing it for a little bit, had gotten a few items, and decided, all right, I'll just shoot a video. It wasn't really a let's play. It wasn't really a mod spotlight. It was more like, here's a bunch of the items I've gotten so far in Equivalent Exchange. And, I did this little video about it, and I sent it to Xenophobe on the forums and said, hey, I made this little video about your mod. And I just basically did the same thing I normally do in spotlights, but I didn't even intend for it to be a spotlight. It was just like, hey, check out this cool mod. And I just talked about, like, here's these items, here's what they do, the same thing I do nowadays. And he posted it on his forum thread, and maybe like a week or two later, the Yogscast had stumbled across Equivalent Exchange, and they did a video on it. So here's my video on this thread, and it's like the only video on the thread that Xenophobe had posted, and Yogscast just sent all their subscribers to go check out this mod. And the first thing they did was look at my video. So that was definitely a help to get me started.
Yeah, that you really struck the striker, right? Whatever kind of phrase I can give that one, but that is awesome. The Yogscast even. I actually didn't even expect the Yogscast to be part of that story, but that's awesome to hear, like, out of just indirectly, they just purely help you, and that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I remember getting like maybe 200 or 300 subscribers like that weekend. Just people are like, hey, that's a really cool mod. Thanks for showing it to us. I'm subscribing. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I wasn't even like expecting to be like at all any kind of YouTube popularity. I was just like doing videos for the fun of it.
That's awesome, man. And okay, so let's go on to Feed the Beast with Nearby Gamer.
Oh my.
And of course the series isn't done yet, but it looks like you're a little bit ahead. But the creators of the thing, I believe it's Slowpoke, and there's someone else, right?
Yep, Tog.
And they're saying that you guys are really close, but how would you feel if you were say in Nearby's shoes, seeing all your lights lit up except for like 3?
Yep. Well, keep in mind that some of the ones that I've lit up so far are definitely some of the easier ones, and he's not far behind me. I think some of the ones that I haven't gotten to yet are some of the more challenging ones to get going. So, you know what? It may look like I'm a little bit ahead, but it's anybody's game still, because it's really the easy parts that are done for me, and he could probably within half an hour get as close to me as I am.
Now, are there any suggestions that you would have towards the creators of the map? They said that I remember them saying something about like updating the map to be maybe 15 challenges or 15 levels of challenges. Would there be anything you'd want to add specifically as one of the challenges on the map?
Oh, I don't know, actually. Well, I did recommend to them one idea, but it's not possible yet. And I'm not sure if I should, say it here or not. But let's just say there's an idea I have for a feature of an upcoming mod that everybody's looking forward to, but it's not out yet. And I suggested that they try and incorporate that into their next map, and they thought it was a neat idea.
Let's hope it's not the Goo Mod again.
No, it is not.
That would be a little bit terrifying. Oh my god, this goo is slowly coming towards us and eating all our feed me boxes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's go to some more fan questions here.
Sure.
And from Camel from or Kama, sorry, I believe that's his name, or Camel or Kama from the IRC chat. He asks, does your wife play Minecraft, or would you like to answer that at all?
She does not.
No.
She's not much of a gamer at all.
Uh,
Yeah. Yep.
well,
She
a lot
enjoys
of
the original Super Mario Brothers, and that's probably about it.
well, if you've heard of such YouTube sensations such as Paul Soares Jr., and I can't think of the other one. I had the other one in my mind, but I kind of lost it. But his wife actually never really played Minecraft before in her life, and they started a thing called Minecraft Father or Minecraft Dad or something like that. And his wife had absolutely no idea how to play the game. And some people are actually wondering, like, would you want to do that with her? Like, just go on some sort of survival map and just teach her the game, and so she can learn about it with other people that want to see like what she wants to do on that sort of game.
I might be interested, but she gets frustrated with games very easily. I think the first time a creeper sneaks up on her and kills her, she'd probably just be done with the game forever. She would rage quit.
just pure up rage quit.
Yep, rage quit.
Well, I wouldn't. I know I can see that happening at some point for almost anyone that has doesn't normally play games normally. But maybe you could put her on peaceful for the first moments of the game. say it's like the Sims or something.
Yeah.
Another question is from Jangler NPL, and he asks, how many hours a week do you spend on Minecraft, either playing or editing videos?
I'll be honest with you guys. I'd say at least 90% of my time playing Minecraft involves video making, at least in some way. I think, almost every bit of Minecraft anymore I'm recording, both for the Let's Play series and for the mod spotlights and for the Feed the Beast. I'd average maybe about 2 hours a night, I'd say, give or take. As some of you guys probably know, I do record a couple episodes ahead of time. That way, if I am busy one night, if I have to stay at work late, or something happens that I can't record that night, I have one ready to release the next day. So I at least keep my one video a day thing going.
Okay, and now for the final epicness of this entire interview is, what can you tell us about Season 4? We saw the Thaumcraft 2 tree, so definitely going to be seeing Thaumcraft 2. Am I right?
Yep. You'll definitely see Thaumcraft 2. Azenor has done an impressive job. I think you guys could tell by my mod spotlight about how excited I was and impressed with the mod that he's put together. So Thaumcraft 2 definitely going to play a role.
And you mentioned something about adding challenges to your game. Up to this point, you purely have been just playing the game as if everything was just open to you. If you were allowed to do it, you would do it to progress throughout the game. So I heard you saying you're going to be doing challenges. Could you give us some insight on what those are?
Yeah, one of the challenges I'm going to give myself is with regards to equivalent exchange. There's a lot of neat automation and stuff you could do in Minecraft, and I think with equivalent exchange, it's easy to fall into a rut where you're just getting items that you want automatically through the transmutation table. So one of the challenges I've given myself is I will still have equivalent exchange installed, and I will still be using some of those powerful toys that you get with it, but I will ban myself from using the transmutation table to get any items that are not part of equivalent exchange. So basically I can use the transmutation table for red matter and dark matter and some of the blocks and stuff, but I won't be using it to get diamonds or gold or cactus or reeds and paper and that kind of stuff.
That seems like a fair challenge to me, and that'll definitely start challenging you to maybe make larger rooms, or maybe even like two sorting rooms, like two separate sorting rooms, just to make sure you can have all the things that you need in the areas that you do. And losing my words here, but basically just make sure that instead of just relying on equivalent exchange, you use everything: industrial craft, build craft, everything, anything that can make you do better in the game. As long as it's on equivalent exchange, you're just gonna expand more, I would assume.
Yeah, and that's kind of the goal, is to have less of a crutch of equivalent exchange supplying me with things like cactus. For example, in Season 3, I thought about it after I'd done it for a bit, but I went and found one piece of cactus, brought it home, and never went back for any more. And there's a lot of fun in building one of those automatic cactus generator farms. So why not? right? So that's my goal, is to force myself to have to build something creative to get cactus for myself. And then, I can fill up a chest with it, and any excess goes and gets turned into EMC or scrap or something like that.
And last question of this interview here. What can we expect to see in season 4?
No idea. You might be surprised to find out that I don't really plan all that much out ahead of time for my seasons. What I like to do is just load up a world and start playing and record the experience kind of raw. So, I'll load up and see what the world gives me. I don't have any pre-planned worlds. Both season 2 and 3, I didn't, explore or test the seed I had used. I just typed in a seed, and whatever it gave me, I played with. So I look forward to using Thaumcraft 2. I definitely want to play more with that. I do plan to have Railcraft and hope to have Steve's Carts, both of those mods installed, and try and give some more use to those. Another challenge I'm going to give myself is less dependence upon teleport pipes. I think there's a lot of fun to be had in automation with Railcraft and Buildcraft together, and teleport pipes kind of makes it too easy. So I might want to see if I can build some neat systems using Railcraft, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, thank you for this interview, Direwolf20.
Thank you, Akabane. I appreciate you putting some questions together from some of the fans and, giving me the opportunity to sit down and chat with you.
Man, it was a pleasure, and I think I speak on behalf of all of your community that we are super excited for Season 4 and more Feed the Beast, and can't wait to see more, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited myself, to be honest with you. I can't wait to start Season 4. I'm waiting for 1.2.4 to come out with all the mods being ready for that one, and as soon as they're all ready, I'm going to get started. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, thank you. You can find Direwolf on youtube.com/Direwolf20. Also, you can find him on Twitter, on twitter.com/Direwolf20. And I'm Akabane101. You can find me on youtube.com/Akabane101. And we'll talk to you guys later. And keep it real, guys.
Take it easy.